Hello and welcome to the Our Silent Podcast. We have another exciting episode to bring to all of you. Before we get started, we just have some quick announcements. Guys, episode 5 is now out on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Episode 6 is going to be coming out this weekend. I did an amazing episode with two lovely ladies. So please make sure you check that one out after this one. For those of you who are here on the live, go ahead, check that one out. And please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the summer, so please make sure you subscribe. We're also available on audio, so feel free to check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, if you like to listen to your podcast on the go. We're going to go ahead and get started with introductions. I'm very excited for this guest today. Thank you to everyone who's here watching live. This episode's also going to be uploaded to YouTube, so if you don't get to catch this live, please check it out on YouTube. My guest for today, please tell us your name, your age, what you do for a living, and plug in any businesses that you do, your Instagram, social medias, whatever it is.
Hello. Hi. I'm Daddy Rambo, 25. I'm a content creator. I'm in school for accounting, and I'm just living life right now.
And where did you get the name Daddy Rambo? Where did that name come from?
Rambo is my street name. Been advised many times to be, to take comedy serious, so I took it serious. But I stuck with Rambo because it's a good nickname. I don't like the government. And then the daddy I was just, I had a girl bent over and I was backing her. She said, "Oh my gosh, Daddy Rambo." So I took it and I said, "I like this. This is nice. I'm gonna call myself Daddy Rambo." Okay. So this is who I am. You can find me at _Daddy Rambo _. You can find me also on TikTok at Daddy Rambo. That's basically it. Yeah, that's just me, Go ahead.
Very good, very good.
Thanks.
And prior to today, you and I haven't really had the opportunity to sit and chat, but I did meet you once on road at a party. Oh. And prior to actually meeting you in person, I felt like I already knew you because you were so popular on social media. I've seen a lot of your clips that went viral. So please tell us your journey as a content creator, being popular on social media, having some of those clips go viral, and what was it like going through that experience?
How I became, I guess, you could call it popular. I got into a little scandal, got into a little issue, cleared my name, and then kept it moving. People still believe whatever they want to believe, but I honestly ignore it. Took it serious. The loved ones of mine told me, "Do the comedy, you're funny. You'll make videos and do it." And I said, "All right." And I just took anything that was relatable in the world and just started making videos, right? A good friend of mine named Pilla B, he was the one that really broke me on my shell. I remember we went out, and I'll never forget this. We went out to Kitchener, and he was like, "Oh my God, it's Daddy Rambo." Like he's trying to gain attention off of my name. But not to say like he's looking for clout, but like he was saying, "Oh my God, it's Daddy Rambo," to make it seem like people knew me. And I was telling him to stop doing that. But he kept on doing it. But what was scary about it was he caused an entire street on Ezra to mob me.
What?
Yo, at St. Patrick's Day. So Ezra is lit in Kitchener. So everyone just it was overwhelming. And I'm like, good God Almighty. Like I was like, wow. And I didn't know. Every day I'm getting, stopped. Every day, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting stopped. Up to this day, I'm getting stopped.
Is it because people recognize you?
Yeah, people recognize.
Oh, shoot.
Even like I don't have an account right now. Like my other account got hacked and I lost it.
Yeah, because how many followers did you have right before it got hacked?
Like 20, 21, 22K. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Because I was trying to find your old page. And
I got hacked badly. But I kept it moving, and but it was crazy is that I still received the love. And it's crazy because I actually stay out the way I don't want to be. I'm dealing with a lot. Don't want to be around. So, the whole experience was crazy. It was fun. Met crazy people. Met a lot of nice people. It was a very good experience, a humbling experience as well. Because I'm on the train going to church because I stay religious. On the train going to church and little girl crying. She's bawling in tears, bawling. You saved my life. I'm like, wow. What? You need to understand what comedy does to these people.
Wow.
So it's crazy, and this is why my mind is different, And I'm like, she's just bawling because she sees someone who's famous. But she's saying, like, you saved my life. It's a very humbling experience. All kinds of people. It doesn't matter what's going on. People are always showing you attention. The type of energy I have. At the height of my career, I was always humble. Pilla B kept breaking me out of my shell. Like, you're a superstar, act like it. No. So, yeah, it was very humbling as I always say, but now I'm just here, you know.
So how did this process start for you? How old were you when you first started releasing those videos?
Was I 19 or
And what was?
20?
Do you remember the first video you released?
Yeah. So this is before I actually went viral,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for my issue, because the issue was I'm not gonna lie, I said that I had sex with some girl,
Okay.
yeah, and apparently she's a notorious thought, and
Oh shoot.
yeah, and I never had sex with her, so you know I just keep it, you know, I just bounced back off of it and just kept it moving. People were telling me you're getting too much attention, use it, so I used it, and now I'm here. But before that situation though, I was actually dropping videos. And it was actually gaining a lot of traction, more traction than I thought, because I only had 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of people liking it. And I was actually confused. Like, I was like, whoa, oh, people, you like these. It was like one of my first 4 to 5 videos. So, yeah. And then after that situation, I started to make videos that people related to. And I started to gain traction a lot. 6Buzz would post me.
Yeah.
But the thing about it
Cited
is,
them multiple times.
the thing about it is I would make a lot of relatable content where I just started just gaining followers. Gaining followers. But, you know. Yeah,
Can you give us an example of relatable content? Like what specifically? Like dating, Toronto culture?
Everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Dating, Toronto culture, the TTC, high school, you know, school stuff, you know, as children, anything, being raised as our parents. You know, I made the same speech I had was actually, I made that a video. And I was saying, like, I thought I'm adopted because the way my mom used to do it, but it was more comedic rather than, you know, dark.
I want to learn a little bit more about you prior to this social media life. So where did you grow up? What was your life growing up like in Toronto? What were some of the experiences you had growing up?
To be honest, I'm a nomad.
Okay. So you stayed inside, people never see you.
Well, that's one thing. But a nomad is someone who moves a lot. So I was in Scarborough for like the first 9 years of my life. I lived in Verne for a bit. Then I moved to Markham and Eglinton, M&E. And then after a shooting happened, like with one of my mother's newspaper workers.
Oh,
A shooting happened and it traumatized my mother. She said, "You're moving out of here. We're moving to Brampton." And then we moved to Brampton, and then we lived there for 5 years. I went to school there. There's some known people who I went to school with.
Yeah.
If you guys know who Tafari Bailey is, the owner of Husty, I went to school with him. I went to school with him. Yeah, brilliant man. We were all children once. We all did whatever. It doesn't matter. And I'm not talking criminally, just whatever, you know. And I'm very proud to see his progress. I am so I'm like, he's the key, and we have to protect this key. But you know, then I moved. My mother wanted to go to school. She wanted to go to university, so we moved to Dixon, right there by the airport, Dixon Road. Those 6 buildings, the white buildings.
Yeah.
They're family oriented over there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. If you're Somalian, they got your back. They got your back. And they embraced me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I got involved in certain things and made me understand why the city is the way it is today now. You know, did a couple of bids, left out to, as soon as I came out, my mom moved me to Malton.
Okay.
And then I'm there right now, and I'm just getting together one day at a time, you know? I've been all over, seen a lot of things, so,
Yeah.
you know?
You said you did a bid, so you were in jail for some time?
Yeah, I've been in the Roy I was in and out of the Roy.
Okay. What was
And
your
I
experience like in there? Is it as scary as they say?
It's not, because it was more children, it's more youth.
Oh,
Even
okay.
though, I don't know how, but more youth, they're more collected. Even though they're savages, they're more collected. I'm not gonna because we're youth. Because I've been there and ops are playing cards with each other and shit. So it's like clearly they're not trying to cause too much trouble. In a sense, that's the Roy.
Okay.
You know, I've been to adult jail once. You know what I'm saying? I've been twice actually, but I didn't count that one because I was like for 4 or 5 days and then I got my bail. But then I've been on adult jail once. That's a different story. It actually helps me to understand why the city, like the way it is, or why black people or black men are the way they are. So, you know, it's crazy because you watch them and some of these men are more valuable than some of you guys content creators on here. They're more valuable. They have wisdom. It's ridiculous. But I hear men, I would talk sense to a man and the man's going to say, yo, it's just jail. You have to live with it. Okay. So like, man went to the back for butter because I think someone stole one butter. Disrespect principle. I understand. Of course, what? You stole my butter. But it's butter, a packet of butter. Black men went to the back to fight for a packet of butter. Yes, this is jail though. So you have to fend it. You have to do that. Even if they stand on principle, but this is what we're living for though. You know what I'm saying? This is what these men live for. This is what they have to. This is what they have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it helped me. And then coming out now, when you come out of jail and you see how men are reacting, the black men, how they're reacting. Yeah. And a lot of people are ready to condemn them. They're ready to condemn them, but it's like, yo, fam, if you guys understand their stakes and what they deal with, you have to rub their back.
Yeah.
You have to. So, you know, that's just my life. I've done it multiple times, hence the reason why now I'm on my little. That's why I came off social media. I don't even like comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like comedy. Making people laugh and keeping them just there waiting for me to make them happy rather than ride through that storm, figure a way. That's how you learn. You learn through pain. You learn through struggle. You feel me? So it's like waiting for a man like Joseph and Dem Dog. These are pioneers, you know. Faith with the jokes. These are pioneers. You're waiting for them to help you through that storm. And with me now, and with some of these men, the way that they have to go through the storm is by themselves.
Wow.
So, you know, I've learned a lot. So
Yeah, no, I can resonate with that a
yeah.
lot. I spent a lot of time prior to my current career actually working in the community. So I used to do community work. I was a social service worker.
Right.
And I worked with a lot of young men who didn't have fathers.
Right.
So they went through a lot of challenges. Of course, I grew up in the hood as well. So I worked with a lot of men who came from the struggle. So from your perspective, what do you think is the one thing black men are lacking in 2023?
Knowledge of self. That's it. Knowledge of self, where you come from, the reason why you guys are so contagious, the way you guys are so creative, so influential for some odd reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then that's always my speech. I'm telling you, I said, and I'm gonna say it again, the streets, the heroes is the one who waved the white flag.
Okay. I met with another guest a few months ago.
Right.
Episode 5. He said the same thing. Sometimes you got to know how to tuck your tail.
Yeah.
And not you know, entertain certain situations, right?
Yeah.
So you would agree with that?
No, I agree. No. The thing is, it's the change. If something's happening and it keeps on happening, no matter, even if we talk about it, if it keeps on happening, clearly there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So like, even if we do have communities and outreach work and the pattern is still going, clearly the community outreach work is not working.
Yeah.
They're looking for solutions into changing these men though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're looking like you're trying to change these men in environments that they grew up in 20 to 25 years. You have to actually show them that they're actually the reason for the change.
Yeah.
With the influence that you guys have, if one of you guys were to say, yo, I'm waving the white flag, you have changed the whole game.
It would save lives.
Yes. But but you see now, that's a different level of that you're dealing with, where now like there is an agenda being made where now there's like a program or a matrix, whatever these guys are saying. So you can't say certain things, you can't move a certain way, you can't spread a certain message.
Be a little bit censored.
But the thing about it is, even just saying that alone is kind of too much now, because now what if certain blocks now want to actually call a truce and say, yo, let's and let me just, okay, now that it's bigger territory for everybody to Masha work. And then after the next two sets want to, now they have more territory to Masha work. And now the two sets now, that's a bunch of sets that now they have the whole city on lock.
Yeah.
But that's the problem for the elder them. And if you know who the elder them is, the elder them. So it's like, you know, now it's just pure fuckery going on and pure fuckery going on and pure fuckery going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We talk about the YSL RICO case. That ain't no freaking RICO case. That's not no RICO case. Shut up. A racketeering case, a real racketeering case wasn't even highlighted as much. The thing about racketeering was for the mafia.
Yeah.
Okay, people know this stuff. It's for the mafia, but they more related racketeering to white collar crimes, because to have racketeering cases, most of the cases involved in actual legitimate successful businesses like known franchises and businesses with real connections, legal lawyers, legal people in like legal industries, like families are legal. Everybody knows YSL. They're on thug shit. That's not a RICO case.
Yeah.
They're using a RICO case because they know how serious a RICO case is.
Yeah.
So they're pinning it on black guys, and now black guys are who are involved in RICO cases are feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail forever, even though Casanova got 15, he getting out. But oh my God, I'm going to jail forever. So now they're ratting on each other because Rico is 25 to life.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. I actually did my research. Some of these, I'll tell you what a real Rico case is. He might even slap me. Here it is. 3 years ago in Markham, there was a raid that happened with some Italians. And they took their cars, they took their guns, they had a massage, they have an agent masseuse, they had a gambling ring downstairs. It was all on the news. And that skates under the radar. That skates, and that's a real Rico case because they have connections. That skated under the radar. But every friggin' minute you see Houdini on the paper.
Yeah.
Why?
Still to this day.
Flipper. What made him flip, or what was it? They're toying with us. And these are people that don't even know better. So you're basically bullying like misguided people. And I'm not calling anyone mentally ill, but that's what it's like. It's like normal people like us bullying mentally ill people who don't know better. If you think about it. And that's why I'm saying you do not give up on them, even if they give up on themselves, even if they give up on me. These people don't like me, but I can't give up on them because I know the truth. And this is unconditional love.
Did you find that it was difficult for people to take you seriously?
Yeah, it still is up to this day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my girlfriend still thinks like I'm a joker because certain things I get myself into, and I'm trying to put my foot down on things, and people just be like, "I will chill, fam, not that serious." I know, fam. No, but fam, it's principle.
So we're gonna quickly change gears here because I
Please.
think that was such a great dialogue. I hope
Please.
you guys over there are enjoying this.
Please.
If you haven't taken the time already, hit that follow button on Instagram. Go on YouTube.
Please.
The R Silent Podcast. Hit that subscribe button as we continue the show.
Please.
All right, so here is the next thing I want to learn about you. So I know you recently, I believe you've been a father for some time now.
Yes.
This month, we've been having discussions with a bunch of different fathers. So
Right.
tell me what your experience was like when you first found out you were a father, and what were some of the challenges you were facing at that time?
I was ecstatic.
Because you're 25,
Yeah.
and how old's your child now?
He's 3 right now.
3, so you had a child at 22.
Yeah, 21, 22.
21, 22.
Yeah.
It's pretty young.
Yeah, it was. But boy, I was nutting. When she told me, I was excited. When we went to the first ultrasound and she cried, I seen that like, yo, we have life. This is exciting. And what I mean by exciting, I was like, we have life. Legacy about to start. This is serious. Like, okay, I'm an elder now, alive. Like, okay. Like, no, like I'm a pops now. Like, I have to lead by example. If I want my son to stay innocent, then I have to be innocent. Right? So I was like, okay, like, I can be aware and be militant, but I'm an innocent man now. Okay. I love it. The challenges was because I wasn't with her. So meeting up with her, not really meeting up with her, but just meeting up with her for a short time because I knew how much she really meant to me. You know what I'm saying? Before we had that baby, I think we've known each other for 2 to 3 years.
Okay. So you were friends.
Yeah, my mother kicked me out and she let me stay in her crib. Her mom let me stay, and they're Jamaican people, you know. And yeah, they don't play that. The mom always says it, I don't play that, but I don't know, there's something about you. So, you know, she let me, you know, stay in her crib, and, you know, and she was good people. And I had to. So when we did link back up, she was more closer to, you know, giving birth. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yes, this is where it's at. I started working mad hours. I was rarely home. Like, and she needed help after the baby was born. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like the day after the baby was born, I came to see the baby. 5 minutes, went back to work.
Oh,
And I was downtown, and I was downtown by Cherry Beach. She had the baby up at Brampton Civic.
Oh,
Yeah.
distance.
So yeah. I was just like, oh, baby, I love you. I had to go to work. Went to work. You know what I'm saying? Started working. And it's good. It's, you know, growing up with him, because I've been absent for a bit, not gonna lie, but being back in his life, it's life changing. Every time I leave him, he bawls, and then I feel like I need to be with you. I need to be with you. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Everything I do, I have to remind myself, like, you know, this is for Zion, and then at the same time, and that's my son's name, and at the same time, would Zion be impressed if you're doing this, or would you be impressed if Zion's doing this? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I want that youth to stay innocent. Like, if it's me, I want my big house so he can find himself, study himself, make sure he is as successful. I want him to be more successful than me. But in order to do that, you need to not monitor your child, but you have to be there for your child. Your child needs to know that your dad and your mom is the coolest parent in the world. I'm rocking with them. I rock with their teachings. I rock with their advice. The streets can't take me. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a while to realize that. And now, like, I love him. I love him. Fatherhood will make you turn the other cheek, you know. I know mans will be laughing and be like, oh yeah, he will say he have kids. Mans have kids though. So, you know, we are mindful. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing about
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So your son, of course, one day is going to be a man. What are you going to teach him about money, dating, and life?
Okay. Give me one. Start with one.
Let's start with one. What are you going to teach him about money?
Save it. ASAP, save it. Don't think cash is enough. As in, you need assets. So businesses, get yourself a cash flow. The thing about making sure you get this money working, you need to actually have traits of like work. Like you need to be able to work. You need to be determined. You have to have consistency. Can't just have a lot of money and think it's gonna move for you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to have that discipline to like work. You're gonna have to have that discipline to get up and go to work or study. So learning, education. If you have to go to school, go to school.
Yeah.
If you have to go to school, go to school. If you want to self-learn on YouTube or take some online courses, you do that hands-on. You do that apprenticeship, go ahead. But you have to learn. So when with your money and you wanted to get into some stuff, if you want to get into anything, you want to own a car dealership, if you want to have just a rental thing, you know, just a local rental business going on. You know, you want to drive trucks, you want to do delivery, you want to do power washing. You know, there's so many trades. You know, you want to do plumbing. At the end of the day, you have to learn because it's a business, it's a craft. You know what I'm saying? This is what you need to do with your money. Invest. Make sure you're investing in assets. Even though keeping cash may look cool, it may look cool that you have a stack of 20s. It does. It actually does. It looks hard though. Are you dumb? Because let me tell you something. I'm still from Toronto, so are you dumb? Shut up. But it's actually really smart, especially how the world's changing. It's really smart to save yourself. This is why we do these things, because like, and a lot of these businesses that people get into have insurance. So there's a lot of things you have to learn to protect yourself in order to get that constant cash flow going.
For sure.
So that's what I'll tell my son, to invest and learn. That's it.
Amazing. What would you teach him about dating? As you know, the dating market has changed a lot. There are a lot of things now you got to watch out for. So what would you teach your son about dating?
Son, anytime you interact with a female, I understand the aesthetics, the way how she looks, vanity. I understand that will take you over. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That is the whole point. But the key for a good woman, I want you to try to understand her. All right? And I'm not saying the key to a good one, but the key to finding a good woman or finding a good woman is to try to understand her. Once you understand her and you know it doesn't fit with you, I guess find another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand certain situations and predicaments may cause certain men to fall in love in a different way.
For sure.
But do your due diligence to understand each other and ask yourself if you can rock with that. You know what I'm saying? But understand, though, you're going to be in a very superficial and materialistic world with females.
Wow.
Okay? Like your age group, and I pray that generation change. Because he's only 3, right?
I mean, it's getting worse now. Our generation's pretty crazy.
But I don't want to say nothing, and they will kill me. They say, oh my God, yeah, this religious boy named Rambo. So make sure you have something of yourself. Have that drive. You know what I'm saying? So have something for yourself, have something going on to at least show, like, here, this is my castle.
Yeah.
Or this is you know, this is my horse and carriage, you know. Have something like that you can stand on. You know, that's something that they can't take from you. So, you know, because you're dealing with a lot, you're gonna be dealing with, and especially if you're like your father who likes pretty girl, you're gonna deal with a lot of superficial pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful and learn to respect women. Learn to respect women, learn to love them, and learn to care for them, learn to look out for them. You know, act like every girl is your girlfriend. Do not give bun, but act like every girl is your girlfriend and look out for them. I'm not saying give money and do crazy stuff, but you know, you protect them. That's what these women are talking about. Protection. That's what you do. Protect these women, you know, as if they're your mother.
Mm,
You know, as if they're your mother, your sister, protect them. You know what I'm saying? So
very good.
that's what I'll tell them in the dating world. And what else?
Last one is life. What would you teach him about life?
Learn to respect everyone, learn to accept everyone, learn to understand everyone.
Wow.
Do not judge no soul. Don't judge one soul. Understand that babies are innocent, just like Sizzler said. The babies are innocent. They're only taught to do bad. They're only taught to be bad.
Yeah.
That's it. Not telling them nothing else. That's it. And fear no one. Stand on truth and fear no one. That's it.
Very good advice.
That's it. That's it.
Good. Last but not least on my list of questions here, before we get into the question box, so you're known as a funny ass content creator. Talk about your most recent video. I believe
Yeah, go ahead.
you know which one I'm speaking about. You were working or you had visited a restaurant and you know
Sunrise. Oh God.
it went viral. So just share your experience on just creating that video and what goes through your mind right before you create that video.
A lot of, you know, ironically, I told my son not to judge. I'm about to say a lot of judgment. I watch a lot of videos, and that's the reason why you'll see me come back and make controversial videos, because if I have a lot of judgment on it, I need to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and usually you would know, nowadays you won't see me make a video if there's not really, like, if there's nothing controversial to talk about. And what I mean by controversial, as in, you know, Sunrise and their issues, or, you know, females and how they feel about what they expect from a man. Right. We'll get into that. Right. You know? But, so I watch it and I'm like, bros, why is there a problem with Sunrise? Why are there so much videos with Sunrise? And the thing about it is, I would tell these people, because I'm like, you guys all have to record this stuff and, you know, post it about Sunrise and everything. Like, you guys can't really G-check them and say, have a meeting, you know. But I realized there is a problem. So I'm like, oh my God, because I had my issues with Sunrise. One woman gave me attitude. She gave me some disrespect.
But that's usually what it's like at a Jamaican restaurant. I heard if I don't give you attitude at a Jamaican restaurant, the food is not.
But you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? These things that they say, though, I never believed them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm cultural. Like, I'm cultural. So I've been to Jamaican restaurants. And the customer service is actually good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, that's just like a funny thing that people go with nowadays, you know. But if there are actually servers moving like that, that's actually a problem.
For sure.
You know, but there's one woman, she seemed irritated. Like, something annoyed her. So while I'm trying to get, like, answers out of her, I'm keep asking the same question, like, do you, and she's not answering. She starts to yell, like, yes, like she's annoyed. You know what I'm saying? So she was disrespecting me like that. And I was like, Mom, I don't know why you're tripping, but okay, say no more. I don't want the food no more. Just Moss. I'm gonna go. And I just left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I talked about it and I understood. I understood why people felt that way, and I had to make that video. Then Sunrise was responding in like a childish way.
How did they respond?
Not to me, actually, at all. Not to me. In fact,
to the general public.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause I think they released a statement.
And to other people about it. And then I think Sunrise was in comments.
Okay.
So you see, this is the problem I have with social media. They're causing businesses and entities to become personal. And there's an issue with that. Like, blog pages and whatnot, they're becoming personal.
Yeah.
Hence the reason why there's been a shift with the news and everything.
Yeah, it's hard to speak your mind.
Right. Okay. So Sunrise, I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's the truth coming out. The truth coming out. Sunrise, I think they were in my comments. Oh, the truth. I think they were in my comments and I responded to one. But the thing about it is, they were in more other people's who were making videos that were blowing up more than me.
Yeah.
They were in their comments, not me too much, but they were in their comments. And I was seeing, I'm like, stop replying. You're a business. Shut down. Close. Stop trying to go against the customers.
Yeah.
You need them. You need them. I understand you open into the public, the common public that will come, because Sunrise has become now a Toronto staple.
Yeah.
Like McDonald's. Sunrise has become a Toronto staple. So I understand that you maybe meet the profit and the revenue. I understand, but you need the people who actually love Sunrise. You need them. You know.
And if you didn't have those people, they wouldn't make no money.
I had to make a response video on it, or I just replied to a comment. It probably had nothing to do with me. Made the comment, and then sorry about that.
No problem.
And then I made the video, and that actually did better than the first one. You know what I'm saying? It did better than the first one, and I was like, oh, okay. Now making that video, my girl made me do it.
Did she know it was gonna go viral? Or
I didn't.
She hated the experience as well. She wanted you to speak on it.
She felt that I actually would go viral. I didn't believe in myself.
Oh,
So this woman, I tell you, but yo, like I was just there, like, yo, I'm not doing it. Like, no. She's like, Papa, do it, just do it. I'm like, no. I don't even want to do it. Like, Papa, just do. Fine, I'm gonna do it. And it was our anniversary, so I was like, fine, I'll do it. And it just blew up. Then she goes, you know what, Papa? You know what you need to do, Papa? I said, what? She goes, reply to some of the comments. I said, are you sure? She goes, yeah, reply. So I started replying to the comments. She goes, no, make a video on the comment. You can do that. She's teaching me about TikTok, you know. Got on it, made a video, did better than before.
What?
Let me tell you, that woman, let me tell you. So a lot of things that I was seeing, I wasn't liking.
On social media.
Yeah, I wasn't liking. And then I didn't like how I was dealing with myself. Went through a terrible breakup.
Oh.
Okay. And this girl, she's a prominent woman. She's a known woman. You know what I'm saying? Very upstanding. Very, very upstanding. I don't deal with the thoughts and all these outside city girls. My girl have to have sense.
Yeah.
She have to have sense and knowledge. I don't deal with no dunce. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you'll never see me actually follow that crowd, because it was so negative, even though I wanted to understand them. That was my main goal, to just understand them and rock with them. I understand what it is doing some time. I understand what it is to get it out the mud. I understand them. You know, I want to understand it, and I want to give them, you know, I like to hang with them and work with them because these are your people. But I just never could fit with them. Never. So, you know, I went through a lot of traumatic times of being used.
Okay.
Yeah. I
like by women?
Not by women, actually.
But just by people?
By people.
For the clout?
In fact, all my girlfriends were good.
Oh, okay.
I was the asshole. All my girlfriends were... I was the jackass. I was the... Everything that happened to me, I deserved it.
Oh,
okay?
Wow.
So...
It's good accountability.
Yeah, no, everything that happened to me, like, even like my car declined on me, even though I went to Montana's and I had like 3 bills. You know what I'm saying? My car declined on a $100 bill. I said, what the hell going on? And I'm seeing that some money, Apple's taking money at my thing, and it's pre-authorized, whatever. And I looked at it and I'm like, you know why? And because I know about what I'm dealing with right now. I deserve it. Hold that, Rambo. Hold that. You know what I'm saying? And I with that breakup, it was like an ego death. You know what I'm saying? So I went under the radar. I got hacked as well. So I felt like, okay, karma is dirty in me right now. Karma is just blah blah. Sit. It's because I was playing certain girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling like I was hot. You know what I'm saying? I was always humble, but like I was always like, I don't really care. I'm Daddy Rambo.
I see.
And I used to fake that though with people. I used to fake that though. I used to be like, whatever, I'm Daddy Rambo, to piss them off, knowing that like I understand I'm wrong. Like I'm actually wrong, my fault, real shit. You know? I always have a strong moral background. But it actually, to a point right now, I faked it until it became real.
Wow.
And ego death came. You know what I'm saying? And I've dealt and I've wanted to stay inside. I didn't even want to be outside anymore. I wanted to stay inside. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do much. I did say a lot of controversial videos where people may want to have a hit on me, but that never, don't worry, but that never stopped me from being outside.
Okay.
That never stopped me from being outside. Never. And I'm telling you guys, live and direct. That never stopped me from being outside. But the way how the city was spinning, you know, if you do your research and you go and check up on these people are okay with killing innocent people, you know, and there's people rooting for this.
Wow.
Right? I don't care about blocks and gangs. I'm a civilian. I don't give a F. I do have some respects to my certain people that I stand by, but I don't deal with that. So even it doesn't matter what side it is. It's the fact that we're actually taking pride and we're actually enabling a lot of stupid, mindless, barbaric, chaotic behaviors. Yeah. And it caused me to be at war with the whole city.
Wow.
Like, and these, when you figure out who these people are, like even 100 Watts, DJ Snoopy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Top 5. I got at everybody.
Damn.
I got at everybody. And people catch me lacking and be like, yo, you're lucky you're not on that thing, you know, because if you're on that thing, I'd have done it.
I see.
I want to tell you what life is.
It was life or death.
You know what I'm saying? Am I standing for what I'm on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They talked about this one rapper and I don't want to talk about him. But I'm like, no. Had he did this instead, even if he still had his opposition, had he did this instead, he would have been further. You know what I'm saying? And it pissed me off because after a while, I started to get very empathetic. And this is the spirit and the religion in me. I started to get empathetic. And I'm like, bro, did we just lose a key? You need to understand that right now, like, people might say this is the last days. We are at war with ourselves, B. You feel me?
True.
And I'm not even on no woke shit. I'm not telling y'all to pick up a Bible and find God and whatnot. Pick up a Bible and change your life. I'm actually talking about being the real black men we're supposed to be, the gentlemen we're supposed to be. I was at war with Toronto with these types of talks because I was very condescending though. Ooh, I was condescending. I was telling them, yo, fix up, Ray. Fix up, Ray. You guys do this. You guys are doing that. Fix up, Ray. I was very blunt with it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, and it's not the right thing to do. But I was getting tired. These people who are always on the internet, having this, spreading all this negative energy. These people are all older than me. These people are in their 30s. Some of these people are in their 20s, but some of these people they're in their 30s. They're my brother's age. My brother has his own home right now. You know what I'm saying? Owned. You know what I'm saying? My brother is 30 and he didn't even finish school. This is what people need to understand. He didn't even finish school. You know what I'm saying? And he's in that same 80s babies age group. And it's just pure fuckery and So I had to, you know what I'm saying? I went downhill. People stopped rocking with me. Even people stopped rocking with me for even being too sexual on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I was sucking toes on Instagram.
On Instagram Live?
Yeah, no, I made a story. And they said, yo, what?
You did not do that, Rambo.
No, I did it.
Oh, shit.
And you know what's funny? Here what's funny. I want to show how people can switch up so neatly.
Holy.
I did that video. Here it is. I did that video. Everyone was like, yo, Rambo, you're dirty. Move, fly a kite. Boom, boom, boom. Fly, dirty. Boom, fight for that. Hey, this guy's nasty. Man, breath stinks. Look, that's why his teeth so. Madness. Hear me now. The female whose toes I sucked was one of my girlfriends.
Okay.
And she was riding for me. She was like, because she has more of an extensive background in the industry.
In which industry?
Like not no sex industry.
Okay.
Like entertainment industry.
Okay.
She has she's no joke though. Like in fact, you should link with her. I'll talk to you about her later on.
For sure.
You should link with her. She had an extensive background. So she was telling me like, yo, these Americans will eat you up because of who you are. These Americans, you would make more money over there than over here because they're so she was defending me. She was defending me a lot because she's like, it's just sucking toes. It's just this. But I want to tell you how people switch up when they hate you, you know. You suck toes. I'm just like, you're making fun of me for something I did to you that you defended me for? That's what he will do to you, though.
All right. So we're just going to take a quick intermission, guys. If you haven't already taken the opportunity, because this is an amazing episode. This is content gold.
Oh, wow.
Go and follow us on Instagram. Yeah. Follow Daddy Rambo on Instagram. Yeah. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've actually created a box of questions, custom-made questions just for you. Okay. So we're going to get into the question box now. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and pick a question. Let's get it.
All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. Can you share some insights into what makes content boom on social media? Off the rip, originality, but originality within the trend.
Okay.
So just try to find something trendy. Creativity, because the way how I did it was doing rants, and I went viral for just talking facts. Yeah. So be relatable. That should be it. Honestly, be relatable, be appealing. You know, try to have some insight depending on what type of content you're making. Try to have some insight. Try to have some depth. It doesn't matter even if you're like making like silent videos or like, you know, videos of just acting, like acting videos. Yeah. Have some depth with it. You know, have some creativity with it. Don't try to be too stagnant with it. Be animated. If you're making content, always be animated, depending on what it is for. But always be animated. But always try to relate.
For sure.
Going viral can be a double-edged sword. What were some of the positive and negative aspects of your experience going viral? A lot of people positively gained me followers. Let me know that my work or my art is actually doing something good for people when they come and check up on me and tell me, yo, you're making my day. Right? Advertisements easier, but I've been way too accessible. My whole career I've been so accessible because I hated when people tell me I was moving Hollywood.
Were you able to actually make money online?
Yeah, I was. I was making well, I didn't take it serious. I was just moving, but like I was making anywhere from 300 to a band a day.
Oh, really?
But, like-
20,000, 30,000 followers.
Yeah, 20,000.
Wow.
But the thing about it was a lot of promotion.
I can
A
imagine.
lot of promotion. But it wasn't like every day making a band. Some days I had to wait, you know, but like I was making, well, so then weekly, we'll say anywhere from 300. It can even be anywhere from 300 because this is the realest thing I've ever dealt with. 300 to like probably 2,500 a week.
Oh, wow.
Right. So like, you know, it is slow. Some people don't really, and that's the thing with Toronto because it's a smaller demographic,
Yeah.
and you know a lot of our traits and whatnot. A lot of people like to haggle, and you know, they don't like to hear pricing. They don't.
Yeah, they want the cheapest.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah,
frugal with it, you know. So
for sure.
yeah, negatives of this was just the negative hate.
So you got a lot of backlash. People hate it. Especially because you speak your mind. You're very, direct.
Fix your teeth. Fix your teeth.
Is that a common one?
Fix your teeth.
Did that ever like depress you? Did that
Yes,
ever make you feel
trauma.
that type of way about
Yes,
yourself?
yes,
Oh yeah.
yes. Now the ignorant ramble before daddy was always in me, and I'm like, okay, here's my address. Pull up live. Pillar B showed me some serious insight 3-4 days ago, and I'm so pissed because I'm like, had he had told me this, and I think he has been when I was younger, but I'm like, had he told me this, I think I would have been further. He was like, even if they're dissing you to hurt you, you're supposed to take it and make humor out of it. This is what comedy is, Rambo. And this man's a rapper, and he's more funnier than me, you know. Wow. Pilla is fucking jokes, bro. He is a good vibe. He says a lot of crazy, outrageous shit as a counterback. But the thing about it is, you're supposed to make them laugh.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go back at it. Even if some of them are hating you, you're supposed to go back with the comedy and make them laugh to like you.
Yeah.
If that's the case. And I took it on too much, and it became depression. It wasn't depression. It became depression. It became anxiety. Now Rambo is antisocial. Rambo doesn't like people. Rambo doesn't care. And this is a fact right now. This is an issue I'm dealing with. Rambo doesn't care to struggle because he doesn't want to even be seen by people.
Wow.
He doesn't even want to be around people because of so much depression and anxiety that I deal with. You feel me? This comedy stuff is, and the thing about it is, what adds to the depression, what adds to the anxiety, what adds to me being antisocial is knowing the truth about black men and our plight. Not just black men, but just the black race and our plight, the systemic oppression. That's what adds to and then me right now dealing with a sentence. What is your take on black culture? Why do people say you're so judgmental? People say I'm very judgmental because of the way I say things. And I'm talking, and the thing about it is I'm judgmental now because I'm talking on things that a lot of people like to do and want to do and have people that are doing or know people that they're really close to that are doing.
Wow.
That's the only reason why the only reason why people say I'm so judgmental.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Look at this. All right. I'm going to bring back the toes situation. Okay. So sucking toes is an action, right?
Yeah.
The same people that I'm judging about going on live every single day are going to keep getting at me for sucking toes and having sex with a female. But yet, you guys spread a crazy negative energy, bringing rah-rah and mix-up on IG, and you guys do that almost every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, right? So then the people who are telling me that I'm so judgmental are the people right now who enable these behaviors. If they call me judgmental, cool. But then we have to look at ourselves. Because I look at myself and I'm whatless as fuck. You know why I'm whatless as fuck? Because the issue is still going on. And we all are a part of this. If you are black, if you even have, it doesn't matter if you are not fully black. If you have culture, if you have African culture, we are a part of the problem.
Yeah.
We are. So even when they're telling me why,
The biggest enablers.
that's the thing. Because you know why? You know what we do? We say we're just going to pray for them. These are still our people. We pray for them. We also enable it even more when we are against them. And why? How can you go against rebellers? How would you describe Toronto culture?
So, I want to hear your perspective on
It
this.
is diversifying and it's becoming better. The Toronto culture scene is shifting. So a bunch of people are supporting the negative side of it, the street side of it as well.
Yeah.
Because there are some rappers like Doovie who actually, that guy is remarkable. You know what I'm saying? Free him. He's caught up in some stuff, but remarkable. You know what I'm saying? You got some people from the East who are very remarkable, like Ace and Tuck. You know what I'm saying? You got D. Barazy. These guys are remarkable. Don't get me wrong. But there is a new scene of people who just want to do art.
Yeah, they're focused on their craft.
That's the thing. And it's growing. I think it's Damien Cruz? I'm not too sure if it's Damien. Or no, what's his name? Chris Rowe? You got to do research on these guys. I don't know these guys. I just watch them.
Very well versed in Toronto artists.
I study my country. I study my city. I study my people.
For sure.
You have to do that.
So let me ask you then, do you think that people in Toronto are supportive, that they support artists?
No.
It's funny you say that because everyone I ask that, they always say the same thing, that people in Toronto are not supportive.
No, they're not. They're not. Even I make good music, even though I make good music, but they won't show it. Wow. I haven't dropped any as much, but they won't show it. And I understand why they won't show it. I remember one of the blog pages told me that you're not a rapper, you're a comedian.
Wow.
But I'm telling you, I'm better than half the city. But because of these rising artists now, they're giving me a run for my money. So like the people I said, John C., that boy, you need to hear his music. Toronto has a new sound. Pioneers like Doovie, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, pioneers like YG, Northside Benji is good God Almighty. That man, no, let me tell you something. This is real art. That man made me cry. Jesus Christ, that man made me cry.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is Drake. And what I mean by Drake now, the reason why we're saying Drake is because he's the only one who hit the epitome of rap. So I'm like, oh my God, the way he's using music, the beats, the language, the harmony, the melody, the cadence, the flow. I'm like, this is not underground rap anymore. Sorry. I'm not even talking about 30,000 feet up. If you hear his album, that boy Northside.
Yeah.
YG, don't like that guy. But he is friggin' influential. I'm hearing all these younger kids rap, like when they're in the booth and I'm trying to make tracks, they sound just like YG. Wow. So even though there's a lot of negative artists and a lot of negative people, you gotta recognize the facts that there is a scene now, and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's influencing a lot of a lot of Toronto aspires, people who want to go far. Yeah. So even in the comedic scene, you got Deuce Gelato right now doing his thing. Al Hussein, Bilal Dawson, them dogs. He's chilling out, but he's a pioneer. He's been on since Twitter. Kick or Keek. Is it Keek or Kick? Keek? Keek. Kick was Messenger.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Them dog. Yeah. Vine. Them dog. Pioneer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The biggest pioneers is For Y'all Entertainment. Understand, For Y'all Entertainment is the reason why this Toronto accent is out of control. Because that was the first type of actual content we related to.
Yeah.
And we took it overboard. We didn't know how to control it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that over-exaggerated Toronto accent, it became in us now. It was just for comedy.
Americans use it too now.
You know what I'm saying?
They laugh about it.
More times fam, like, dog, I need a deagle. You see what I'm saying, Crow? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was comedy. But that's still the accent. But that was comedy. You know what I'm saying? So, those pioneers is F. You know what I'm saying? And now you have the new generation. I said Deuce Gelato, Faith with the Jokes is still running hard. You see her on TikTok. These people are putting in work every day. Bilal Dawson, Malik Joseph, these guys are putting in work every day. And you have to give thanks for them. Salute them. Salute the rappers.
Shout out.
So yeah, there's more rappers I have in the back of my head, but I don't call them out because, personal reasons. Not no disrespect, but like just personal reasons. Yeah, just to, respect them. What's the craziest, funniest thing that happened to you in Toronto? I'm gonna say, I don't want to get banned though, but it's not LGBTQ. I love those guys. I went on a date with a girl with Tourette's.
Oh, my wife always watches those videos on TikToks of girls with Tourette's syndrome. Oh my God, man. Can you explain to the people what that's like, what your experience with somebody with Tourette's, for those who don't know?
A lot of people think I'm for everyone because of this situation. My girl's like, yeah, you're for everyone for that one. She's like, yeah, that's you. You went out with a girl with Tourette's, that's you. And I'm like, no, I wanted to understand her type thing. But that's the thing, because my father's a pastor, my mother's a pastor. They both have their own church. They both have their own churches. So like, you have to have you have to be conscious of what you're dealing with. You have to be accepting with everybody. That's the thing. So we talked in the Instagram. Like we talked on the DMs, and she was just like, Ray. We chatted up, you're cute. Oh, thanks, you're cuter too. She was bad though, but yeah, you're cute. Boom. She said, I'm I wanna take you out to Red Lobster. She's like, okay, cool. She goes, bear in mind, I have Tourette's. So I was like, oh, you have Tourette's? She goes, yeah. I said, I know what Tourette's is, but I'm gonna go do more research on it so I can be ready for you.
Okay.
So I watched Tourette's. Listen, all right. So I took her to the date now. I took her to Red Lobster now. And we're sitting and we're vibing. I met her at Red Lobster. I called her an Uber, but I drove there. Sorry. But she's sitting down at the table. I'm sitting down and we're talking. And she's just twitching every 2 minutes. Then when she's talking, so when did you do comedy? Nigger teeth. Seriously. Nigger teeth. Sorry. Nigger. Teeth.
You're lying. She did not say that.
The thing about it is some of them,
Guy, my producer just died. Don't mind him.
I was peeing. And I told her, no. The thing about it is I'm as like she's loud, right? But the thing about it is people don't know me. When I'm on the street, this is why I don't have friends, you know. When I'm on the street, I'm probably just like her. Or what I mean by just like her, I don't give a fuck. If I want to yell and talk and scream, and that's who I am. So I didn't mind. So I was like, go ahead. She goes, no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm like, is that on your mind? She goes, no. I'm like, but isn't that what Tourette's is? Like you say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. Stad. Again. Every 2 minutes. And she's punching herself. And she's fighting it. So I understood. But the thing about it is it made me laugh. And I peed. And she's like, you can't take me. I Ubered her home. She was like, stop. And I'm like, no, continue. I will cuff. I'm going to marry you. Continue. You're good. You're good. No, you're good. But let me work through it. You know what I'm saying? I said, where she goes, I know, it's crazy. Like, you know, the last guy, yeah, he had to run off on me. I was like, really? He goes, yeah. I'm like, was he black? She goes, yeah. Nigger. Of course.
Don't kill me.
In my mind, because this girl was white. So in my mind, she was so bad. In my mind now, I'm watching her and I'm like, that's what's really on your mind, eh? Just stay with the A though. Say nigga. Say nigga. At least if you say nigga, I'm like, all right, you've been rocking with us. Okay, go ahead. Cow, nigga. Yes. So in my mind, I was on some devious shit too. I was like, yeah, eh? This is racism, eh? So I've always experienced things at a young age and I've been aware of it. But like, yeah, that was the funniest thing that ever happened to me. She said, I cannot take you serious. I don't want to talk to you no more.
Oh,
Problem with that is that I had to sit to myself and I'm like, I'm such a waste suit that a girl with Tourette's turned me down.
sorry to hear that, Rambo. It's tragic. It's tragic, guy.
Fam, I had to sit there. I'm like, am I a man? Now, the fact that a girl with Tourette's turned me down, that means I can't even handle a girl with I can't even get a girl with Tourette's. What?
Wow.
And that bill was $2-something, you know. That Red Lobster bill is like $200-something. Yeah, I spend. Yeah.
Wow.
But that was the funniest thing that I've ever happened
That's
to me.
crazy.
Yeah. How have your relationships been affected, positive or negative, because of your popularity in Toronto? This is the reason why I went downhill. It's just so much attention.
Okay. So your partners didn't like it, right? Because
Not
every
at all.
time you get stopped
Not
on
at
the
all.
street,
Not at all.
have to talk to people.
Not even that. You know what? It's crazy. My baby mom was, because she knew me from before, she's always immune to it. She's just like, oh, whatever. She's passive with it.
Oh.
But after the other girls, the thing about it is my popularity was so overwhelming. I couldn't just walk on road and not be like,
Wow, it's
yeah,
really that bad
it's something. The thing about it,
Actually, I could believe that.
that's the thing.
Because when I saw you, I was like, oh shit, that's that.
Right. It's every day. And the thing about it is every day I go outside. If I'm at Bramley, it's a wrap. If I'm at Yorkdale, it's a wrap. You know, every day someone notices me. Every day. I'm at Niagara Falls, people notice me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, people from Vancouver, they're telling me, yo, come over here, fam. Come hang with us, you know? So like, and that's because of my vibe. But
Wow.
it was crazy. So like the females I was dating, they would be like, after like a couple of supporters will come to me and say, yo, I like your videos and da-da-da. And I have mad pictures. Be taking pictures with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, I like your videos, da-da-da-da. And then after, as soon as we walk off, they'd be like, oh my God, Rambo, you're really famous. And I'm like, no, it's like 2 people. No, Rambo, you're famous, Rambo. I didn't know that like my popularity was that deep. I still don't think so. Until a man from No Jumper shouted me out.
What?
Nigga, same here.
Oh shit!
Fam, okay, I'm on shift. I swear to you, UPS.
You're lying.
I'm in a forklift at UPS. See what life does to you. I want people to learn my story, you know, because you see what life does to you.
Yeah.
UPS on a forklift. Someone sent me a video and says, "Yo, Rambo, a man from No Jumper is talking about you. I am Poetic Flacco." I think he got kicked off, but I think they still use some of his content. So I think Friday Ricky Red, he's another podcast. He's another guy who does podcasting, and I think you'll come up to speed with him. Friday Ricky Red. He does a lot of podcasting in the Toronto culture. I love him. He's amazing. He's a good guy. Had this interview with I Am Poetic Flacco from No Jumper. So they're asking like, who do you like know from the city and whatnot? And Flacco said, I know more, like I'm more tapped in with the comedy. So he's like, there is a man like Joseph. And then he goes, and he had a little speech impediment, but I don't watch nothing. And he goes, and then there's Daddy Rambo. I think Daddy Rambo, he has an overbite. Daddy Rambo. And Friday Ricky Red made it sound, he's like, yes, it's Daddy Rambo you're talking about. So yeah, he goes, that guy, and he went off. He's like, see that guy? He has a future for podcasts. You see what I'm saying, fam? And I seen that and I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet of you. That is so sweet of you. I'm dealing with some shit, but you'll see me. You'll see me come back.
Yeah.
But I just take it in mass, you know? And that's the thing. People will see it on my page, but I don't really make it a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I just keep it and I just keep it and know that it's in you. One of my ex-girlfriends always told me, like, you have that it factor.
Yeah.
So like the soul, the sauce, the melanin, you just have it. You know, you're very creative. Pillar B's like that. So like you hear some music nowadays, it's puas because it's not in them. You know, there's some artists there's some artists.
I agree.
Yeah, like artists could be versatile, but even if they're not versatile, you know you're still a good artist because if you're still like tapping in, if you're still hitting it, making hits, having people talk about you because how good your stuff is, actually how good your music is. I'm not talking urban. The thing about it is Toronto, there's a lot of entitled people. They're so self-absorbed. They think that their opinion is when it's like, this is hogwash. This is nonsense. There are rappers, there's musicians, there's content creators, there's actors that make some 5-star talent because they understand that they are a creative.
Last question, guys. Then we're gonna take your questions. Go ahead with the last question.
Can you share any memorable experiences or interactions you had as a content creator? Share a story. I shared the Kitchener story. Did I share it on live?
I think so.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Like I only was able to be in this experience all because people knew me and I had clout, or I was able to connect with this individual or these group of people because of my following on.
Well, I mean, Pillow is always that backbone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's always been that backbone. You know, just driving when he makes stupid videos, and I can't find them. It makes me cry sometimes because I can't find them because like that man deals with a lot of trauma, but like I think he worked through his trauma by making other people smile and laugh.
Wow. So
you know, like, you know, I mean, most memorable, Flip, bro. Caravana. This is not the one I went last year. There was one I went, I think, 2019 or 2018. And I was single. And I was drippy. I had money. I was feeling stupid and ignorant. I went in the band launch, as in where everyone plays mass.
Yeah.
I think they were separated at a time. And I was just losing it. Just dancing with females. They yelling about coming up to me. I don't know what you come here, take a wine. One of them tell me, you come sign my titties. Yes. What? I'm like, okay. Yo, Rambo, come to the porta potty. I'm like, yeah. No. Walked off. But like, it was just craziness. Rambo, you're man picking me up. Just boom. Here, Rambo, here's some weed. Boom. I'm saying, wait, what? Huh? Hold on. What's going on? What? Fam, here you go. Fam, take a shot. Oh, boom. Cat back. This is what good energy does do, you know.
Wow.
Fam, I'm just drunk, I'm high. I had my own shit. I always bring my own shit because apparently I eat pussy. I can't share the blunt. I can't share the spliff. So I make my money to produce my own blunt, to produce my own spliff, to produce my own weed, and produce my own liquor. Anybody out here at any function has said, your Rambo begged me, they're a liar. Because I don't like to share and I don't want to share. but the God in me makes me share. So I always have my own shit. So I care about I have my own shit. I didn't even use it. Because people were running up to me. Like, I have old friends from West Humber. I went to West Humber before.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had some old friends in Rexdale and everything. They like, yo, around here, fam, yo, we miss you, fam. Like, what are you saying, dog? You're moving Hollywood on us. I'm like, all right, so come rock with me. Then it's just a whole wave of people. Then my cousins from Scarborough come up to me like, yo, this is him. This is him. This is Daddy Rambo. Yo, bro, come. And then it's a whole wave of people in Carabao. Some yell them. Then Bear Gallum who see me in the band launch, they're all different colors, jump on my side and just, yo, I need a picture. I have videos of the Gallum screaming like, ah! I have the video. I have the video right here.
Wow.
Right. I have the video. I'll show it after. I'll show it after the live. But and I'll send it to you if you ever want to show it. But it's not that deep though. You know, it's not that deep. To me personally, it's really not that deep. Not the type of attention like top 5 and Pressa. You have these girls crying for Pressa. You know what I'm saying? So what? Top 5 really doing some outreach work. You know, he's flexing and finessing, going into Foot Locker, buying everyone shoes and whatnot. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So everyone has their own traction. It's neat. All right.
Bless. Andy, we're ready to get some questions from the guests watching the show. So feel free to go through any questions and shoot them.
Are you Christian because of your own values, or have you had your own discernment?
So I think you said your both parents are pastors, right?
Yeah. Home values, but you know it's crazy. I actually denied Jesus.
Wow.
I'm still, and I'm gonna be very honest, I'm still on the edge with it because I read that Bible, you know, and some things just don't make sense to me. And then history is debunking everything. You have white people saying that, yo, we gave Africans the Bible. So it's like, okay, are they here to cause distraction, or are they actually telling the truth? I don't know. Fine, let's just make sense of a lot of things now.
Yeah.
So you know, by my own discernment, I stay with Christianity because it's the foundation. It's a foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I am not a follower of Christ. I'm not a follower. I will use him as good reference because he is a prophet. It is facts that I think they found his bones. I can't remember, but it is facts that Jesus did walk this earth, and he walked it. And the Quran, and that what gave me Christianity more respect was the Quran. When I read the Quran in jail, it did show that Jesus and Prophet Muhammad crossed paths. And the Quran actually highlights a lot of Christian values.
Yeah,
or
there's a lot of similarities.
You know what I'm saying? But even like they would actually reference the Christianity.
Oh.
So yeah. So it's like, you know, and it's because of Islam that made me actually go like back to Christianity in a sense. I study more African spirituality, Yoruba, Orisha. People call that Obia. Wow. People call that Obia. I don't really business, but I went back to that. I mean, I studied that a lot. I grew up with it, but because it was so taboo, never really talked about it.
Yeah.
Until I stopped just giving a F. It was when George Floyd died, I started to just be like, I don't care. This is not true. This is not true. And I just started going on a ramp. So with my own discernment, because you know, when I do go to church, and Spiritual Baptist is a high octane type church. It is not Pentecostal. It's not like it's not formal. It's very raw and authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's real tapping in, real energy, like real energy. And I play the drums. So when I've been playing the drums for almost 25 years. How old am I? 25? Yes, for almost 25 years.
Very good.
And it's a language, playing the drums, and then, you know, getting in depth with the spirit, saying, you know, catching spirit and speaking a different language, but we don't play around. We actually speak the language. So it's a lot, and it helped me be very open-minded with life and with Christianity. My father right now, he's saying, even if you don't learn from me how to be a Christian, I want you guys to be spiritual, because being spiritual helps you be morally good to people. Even though yes, we are men and we are flesh and we do mess up. Even us who explain that, we do mess up and we do effery, honestly. And but the thing about it haunts us, and our karma is 10 times worse. Hence Rambo's demise. You see what I'm saying, fam? Yeah. And see how I'm always relating it back to my issues?
Yes.
Because everything comes in full circle.
I see that.
Right. You know, everything comes in full circle when you holistically think about things.
Yeah.
You know, and realize that everything has a part to play in the world, in life. You know, the systemic oppression, then females having such high standards, systemic oppression, then men are trying to thrive in a society that's black men are they're telling black men to get their shit together in a society designed to keep us down, It don't make sense. You're telling the man do better, but then when he's trying to do better, they're looking at him saying you're a joke. We can't have you on our level because we know how valuable you are. So stay in housing, stay on the street, keep screaming IDSK, keep screaming 3LK, keep killing each other over stupid, senseless politics, and we're good. Now men can't have emotions because men are builders and everything. Circle of life, economics, class, socialism, everything plays a part. Everything comes full circle. It will always come full circle. And this is why that's why I say I don't do podcasting. Because if I do podcasting about just relationship standards and issues, when all it takes is understanding and being on a team and not being on a relationship, looking for benefits and looking for expectation rather than knowing that you're going to be a teammate. So you have to water your mate. You're going to have to grow with them. You're going to have to understand them and stop coming with expectations. Come with more understanding. Come with more nurturing abilities. Come with more temperance and tolerance. When we have all these analogies and angles for women to humble themselves with their body count and whatnot, it just becomes a back and forth battle. So I just sit back and watch things. Yes, I will be. I guess I am good at podcasting, but what is it for? Because now we have to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Since COVID, we're still talking about relationship issues.
Yep.
Huh?
Nothing is really
And
changed.
let me tell you facts right now. It doesn't matter if you see a couple of these people on there. I don't see a majority of white people having this issue. I do not see a majority of white folk having this issue. There is a problem. We have to address it. But y'all can't do that with me out here, you know. Mm-mm.
Danny Rambo dropping fire for you guys. Andy, hit us with another question
The best advice I've always ever received was be you. And you know who that was from again?
from your nigga.
Pillar.
Yo, this guy's like, it feels like he's been on the show, you know, the way you've been talking about this
Listen.
guy.
And
Gotta get him on the podcast.
You know, that's the thing with Toronto culture because a lot of these guys have personality. These guys are good people.
All right, so we're gonna do final thoughts. So just share your final thoughts to the people. Anything you want to get off your mind, off your chest. Anyone you want to plug in, plug out. Any final words for the people? Any advice or anything you want to share?
If I do my final thought, we have to do another podcast.
let's try to keep it to 2 minutes.
No,
Short and sweet.
I'm joking.
Short and sweet.
To the producers, the executive producer, to the first lady, thank you for the love, for the hospitality. I know your first lady from time. She's always showed me just bouncy energy, and it always kept me up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate her heavy. You know, she just showed me some memories. I said, good God Almighty, you have this? You feel me? So thank you. Be good. Love each other. Try to be mature, as in try not to take everything out of proportion. Try to understand. Try to look for a solution to a problem. Do not talk about it if you're not getting a solution. Okay? Be mindful of each other. Look both ways before crossing. Stay in school and don't do drugs. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here for the R Silent Podcast. I am your host, Evan with the silent R, and we are out.
We are out.